Hi, welcome to Sachin Study Tech. Today topic is type conversion in Python. Type conversion is the process of changing the data type of value or variable. So two main types, implicit type conversion and explicit type conversion. Implicit type conversion, Python promotes smaller types to larger type to avoid data loss. So this type of conversion automatically done by the Python compiler. And explicit type conversion, that means you manually convert type using built-in functions like int, float, or str or bool. So done manually by the programmer. So what is the example? Now we can see, for example, here a equal to 10. So if you want to print what is the type of a, you can print what is the type of a. Here it is a int type, right? For example, here a equal to 2.5. Now it is the type is float type, but this float type is converted into int type. You can use the typecasting here. Here this is called as a implicit typecasting. Implicit typecasting, what is the type here assigned? So it is here this a is converted into int type and you can assign that value to b. So what is the type of b here? Type of b, if you can print that type of b, here it is a int type. So this is called as a explicit type conversion. Explicit type conversion by using this int function here. Like here you can convert it into, for example, here it is a like b equal to, for example, true. Now this is converted into what is the type. Here you can print you can convert, this is integer type. Here what is the b value? So now here the b value is 1. Significant type of int of b is it return integer type. Like that, here for example a equal to 5, b equal to 2.5, right? C equal to a plus b. So here this a is integer type and b is float type. It is a float type, here it is integer type. Automatically the c is a float type. Now you can see the example, then you can understand what is the type conversion in here. Here a equal to, for example, 5. Okay, print type of a is, here what is the type of a? Type of a is integer. Now you can see that here it is a integer type, right? A equal to 5, integer type. Now for example 5.2, what is the type here? It is a float type, right? For example, here in this case a equal to 5, b equal to 6.2, then c equal to a plus b. C equal to a plus b. What is the type of c? What is the type of c? If you want to print that value also, you can print. What is the type of c? Now you can see the type of c is float type. So automatically converted. So here a is a integer type, b is a float type, then c is a float type. So here the value is 11.2, right? Here this is the implicit type conversion. Implicit type conversion. Now what is meant by explicit type conversion? Here you can take one example here. Input method. Input method here. Input method by default it is treated as, if you can enter any value, by default it is treated as any data. Okay, by default it is treated as a what type of, it is a string type. Now we can see print type of a. Type of a, what is the type of a here? Just you can enter, for example I am entered integer type. Okay, still it is a it can print the string type, right? For example, if you can enter any value, for example here I am entered 6.8, still it is a string type. Now you can see it is a string type. Now if you can enter string for example, if you can enter anything, for example here you can enter anything, it is a string type, right? Now, so how can convert it into any specific type? You can use the typecasting here. Just I am converted into integer type. Now you can int. Okay, for example here I am b equal to, I am converted into float type, right? Input enter any enter float value. Here I am taking float value. Here enter int value, right? I am taking two values. Just if you want to, here it is a plus b. Okay, what is the type of C? Here it is type of C. Just you can print that value also. Now I am entered two values. First value is integer, right? So I am entered 10, and second value I am entered 5.6, right? So what is the output here? 15.6. But what is the type of C? It is a float type, automatically converted. But here input method returns string type. So that by default string type, you can convert it into specific type. It is integer or float, you can convert it like that. But here instead of that, here I am using any data. Okay, here I am using any data. Enter any type of data, any type of data, right? Any type of data. I am using, instead of int, I am using eval. Okay, so what is the meaning of that? Now you can see here the what is the type of a. You can print that value also, right? You can see I am entered 10. You know, it is integer type. In previous case, input method return string type. It is converted into specific type, either integer or float, by using that functions. But in this case I am using eval. So what is that? Here you can see here it is a 10, right? For example, I am taking here it is, for example here I am using, here it is a B, here it is a C, right? Now I can print, here it is a D, here it is a D. Now I can print that number of times. Here I can enter the four values, right? So first value is A, and what is the type of B here? Just if you want to print that B value, and type of C. Okay, if you can print that C value here, and type of D, you can print that D here. Okay, if you want to print like DE, just you can enter here. If you can print E, just I can write here one more time here. So you can understand betterly. Here you can see I am taking E. Now if you can enter A value, right? I am entered for example 2.6. Next value I am entered, here it is 48. Next value I am entered, right here my name. Next value I am entered, here it is true. So next value I am entered, here it is a like this. So you can see here the first one is, here it is a float, so it is float. So second one is 48, it is integer type, right? Here I am using, here it is Satyam, here it is a string type, right? So here you can see the true, it is a boolean type. So A, there is no character type, that's why here str, but chr is there. Now you can see the one by one. So you can identify that. So instead of I am taking integer or float or a character or string like this, you can eval you can use. So what type of value are entered, okay, automatically it can convert it into that specific type. So by using eval. Now I am taking, here it is, for example here I am taking A, for example here 1010. So print int of a, you can print what is the int of a here. First you can print the value, later you can see now what is the type of a. Okay, what is print type of a, what is the type of a. Here also instead of printing, here also I am using type, right? You can see what is the type of a. So here it is int, so which is int type, so the string is converted into int, that's why it is int type. Then it is type a, here it is a string type, right? Now I am using here, it is for example instead of printing like here, you can print int that is a comma, so I am giving the base value here, it is 2. So what is the value here? It represent to here, it is also print the integer value 1010, it is 10, that is 10. 1010 value is 10. You know, I am consider here the value is 1010. Now I am giving to, I am giving base to what is the value here. So 0 into 2 power 0, 1 into 2 power 1, right? Here 0 into 2 power 2 plus 1 into 2 power 3. Right here you can see that here it is 0 value, here 1 into 2 power 1 2, plus here it is 4, that is 0, plus here it is 8. So 8 plus 2, that value is 10. Now I am giving 10. I am consider the 10 value. So just if you want to print the binary, so what is the value here? 1010. Here you can see 1010. So before 0b indicates that binary value. So now I can print that octal value. So I can print that octal of 10. What is the 10 of octal value is, it is 12. Why it is 12? Now we can see that, and you can also print hexadecimal value. So a, it can print 0x indicates that hexadecimal, a it can print. Like here you can see the octal already can print. Just if you have to identify 0 not 00, it is 0 okay, that is 12. Now how can example here I am taking 10, how to convert it into binary, here base 2, how to convert it, that 10 is divided by 2, here 2 5s are 10, remainder is 0, 2 2s are 4, remainder is 1, 2 1s are 2, remainder is 0. So that's why here you can write in this case 1010. So in this order, bottom to top. So you can write here 1010. It is a binary. Now here this is converted into octal. How you can convert it into octal? Right here 8 ones are 8. It is remainder is 2. So that's why here it is converted into octal, that is 1 2. The base is 8 because 0 to 7 numbers is there in octal. In binary here 0 1 is there. Okay, now here it is for example in hexadecimal it is a. Why it is a? You know, 0 to 9 here have the 16, that means 0 to 9 it can print. So here the 10 and for example here a b c d e f. So 10 represent here like this. Here why it can take like this? Here you can see the, it is 12, it is 13, for example here it is 14, here it is 15. Okay, now why it is taking like this? For example I am taking here it is a 15, that means 1 5 or 15. So how to identify that? So that is the problem. That's why here 15 represent f. 15, you know what is 15? F, right? You can see that print, right? You can for example I am taking here it is, you know, 0b means 1010. Just it is a, you know, it is a 10. 0 7 5 6. you know, it is converted into integer type, right? It is octal. It is octal. Like for example, here already you can discuss 0x hexadecimal number. Okay, I am giving like this. Now what is the value? 277. So how to begin is, I am taking here, it is a small capital F or small f here. It is a, you can see what is the, you can see here I am giving here 1f, that means here f means it is a 15, that means 16 power 0 plus 1 into 16 power 1, that means here it is a 15 plus it is a 16, that is 31. So you can see that the value is 31, right? So like that you have to, for example, represent like here so print REPR of A, you can represent an expression. Here you can see, okay, like here for example type print type of A. What is the type of A? Here I am taking A equal to, here I am taking A equal to true. A equal to true. Now what is the type here? You can see what is the type. It is a boolean type, right? So here also I am converted into, this type is converted into here, just if you want to print it in integer format. So what is the true? So you know it is 1. True means 1. In C language there is no boolean data type, that is 1 means it is a true, 0 means if any false it returns 0. So I am taking here bool, I am not taking any value here, nothing. Here you can see what is the false, that means nothing will be there. So instead of that, without giving anything, none, here also nothing, false. So you can see instead of this I am giving only open double quotation and closing double quotation, in this also false. Like that here you can convert it into one type into another type. Okay, thank you for watching this video.